Hi, it's Alissa from Maintaining Motherhood, where I talk about simplifying to enjoy life more through motherhood, organization, recipes, and education. Today, I wanted to talk about minimalism. So, the fact that my whole purpose in blogging, having a YouTube channel, all of that is to simplify life, to enjoy what matters most. It's kind of ironic that I'm talking about this today. I'm talking about this because I need this in my life. I think the past 2.5 years have been kind of chaotic and crazy for our family, and it is showing in the fact that we've just accumulated a lot of stuff. I have my sidekick baby here, so I have to pardon the baby noises. But just the past 2.5 years have been full of so much overwhelm that we've kind of given into, I think, just the natural habits of trying to buy all the things to fix the problem, or have some retail therapy to try and soothe some of those feelings of stress. And let me just tell you, it doesn't work. All it does is it helps to add to those feelings of overwhelm. So today I kind of want to define what minimalism is to us as a family of 9, and then also how I can tell that we're kind of in a need for decluttering, and then how I'm going to tackle the problem. So first, what does minimalism mean to us? Well, minimalism, I think when you generally think of it, you think of people that have next to no personal items in their home. Kind of decided that minimalism is basically keeping the things that we use on a regular basis and things that we enjoy or love. So I know some people will say, oh, you keep only the things that spark joy, or you keep only the things that you'll use within a month or so. I like to be prepared for lots of different situations, and so I actually try to keep at least a 3-month supply of pretty much everything on hand. Now, that might seem kind of excessive, but I don't know, did anyone else stress about running out of toilet paper last year? We were kind of on the tail end of we were getting to the end of our supply of toilet paper, and I had not restocked before all of the 2020 craziness happened, and that was a little stressful for me. And so I've since kind of set up a system to make sure that we are better stocked. So I like to keep a 3-month supply of all toiletries on hand and all food on hand. I also, because we have a big family and we have lots of kids and they're all fairly close together, we do have a lot of kid stuff. So I will keep the best quality clothes and the clothes that I've loved and pass those down to the next kids. We do that with clothes and with shoes. Because we live in an area with 2 very distinct seasons, winter and summer, then we have to have all of the winter gear, which includes like coats and snow pants and snow boots. And then all of the summer gear, which would include swimming suits, and my family does river rafting, and so we have all of that kind of gear. So it's not that we don't have like anything, we just only keep the things that we need and are going to use. We don't necessarily keep things we hold on to for forever. So I am not a very sentimental person. I could care less what kinds of things I keep, just knowing that someday I'm gonna die. I don't really have anything of like major worth or value that I want to pass on to my kids. And so for me and my own personal self, I don't mind getting rid of things. Now, because I'm not sentimental, I have tried very hard to remember that I am not the standard. Everybody is not like me. So I just, as a general rule, I don't throw away anything of my husband's. I don't declutter for him. That's kind of his thing. He is more sentimental than me, and that's okay. Everybody's a different type of a person. I have some kids that are sentimental and some that are not. I have some kids that can very easily be on Hoarders Anonymous if I let them. And so I think it's a matter of teaching and training. And so if I was to just go through and declutter my kids' things for them all the time, they would never have the opportunity to learn and to grow in this area. So I don't just throw away their things. We will go through that process together. So how do I know that my house needs to be decluttered? Well, there's a few key ways. One is that we have piles of stuff everywhere. I've started accumulating piles of things everywhere, and I just noticed that I can clean a surface off in the morning, and by the afternoon or the end of the day, that surface is no longer free and clear of clutter. I also noticed when the kids clean up, and we can still clean up fairly quickly, like we could clean the whole house. If company was coming over, we could clean everything up in like 20 minutes and it would look fine. But I've noticed that they're like starting to put away garbage and broken things. You know, I haven't kept on top of cleaning things out and staying on top of the clutter. Another way that I can tell it's time to declutter is just in the back of my mind, I know that there are things lurking just in the corners and in drawers and things that have been shoved, and I've thought, okay, I'll get to that later, and I don't like the mental weight that puts on me. So it's time to get started, and we're gonna do this. When we first moved into this home, it felt like a palace and a mansion to us, and I'm starting to feel kind of discontent with where I'm at, which kind of stinks too, because really, like, we are so blessed to be where we're at. And I think that this is another way that I can tell that it's time to declutter, is when you start feeling discontent or starting to feel like you just don't have enough room. Assess your situation and take a really good look at it and think, is it really because we don't have enough room, or is it really because maybe we just have too much stuff? And I think maybe that's where I'm at right now, is I need to take that step and figure that out. When we first moved into this house, it was double the size of the house that we were in prior to moving here. We've added 3 more people since then, and all of the people that we had have grown. So we have a teenager now, and we have bigger kids instead of a whole bunch of little babies. And so I think that, like, just kind of growing into our space and having to reassess ways that we've done things, that's going to be part of my decluttering as well, to try and come up with systems that work for our family now, not just for our family years ago. So the way that I've decided that I'm going to tackle the decluttering this time, I have on my blog a rotating cleaning schedule that I do, and I have done this consistently for like a decade. Of course, every time that we move, I'll kind of revamp it to fit for our space, but each month I have a different area of the house that I clean. And so I'm rotating through, and every area of the house gets cleaned every 6 months, like deep cleaned, where like cleaning the blinds and the baseboards and walls and all of that. And the reason I do that is so we don't get overwhelmed with clutter. Now, like I said, the past 2.5 years, I haven't been as diligent with this. I have kept up with like rotating the rooms and making sure that like the windows and the blinds are cleaned, but all of the clutter has just kind of stayed. I'm to a point now where I'm just kind of, I've had it. I can't do it anymore. So I want to take you along on this journey with me. I want you to be able to find joy in your home and in your life situation as it is now. Not everybody can just pick up and move to a house just because they're displeased with where they're at in life. Not everybody can change their situation like that, as drastically as moving. But what you can do is you can change the environment that you're in right now. If you're feeling overwhelmed, if you have that like mental decision fatigue, maybe this is something that could help you. I know that this is something I am looking forward to. I'm looking forward to not having piles everywhere, things that are that need my attention, but that I can't give them attention right now because I have so many other things. I think also I'm looking forward to having cleanup time to be more simplified. And it's, again, I think it just comes back to that mental weight. If I don't have the mental weight of all of these things that I have to do, I think I can enjoy being present and being with my children more often, which is something that I really want. I want to be more present with my family and not be thinking, oh, there's another task I could be doing right now, which, like I said, my kids have all grown up. They're all bigger now. But do I remember the memories that I made with them more? Or do I remember, oh, that one time I cleaned the carpets was so amazing? No, people never go back and remember how amazing it is to clean the carpets or to go through a box of sentimental items and throw them away or whatever. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this together. I'm going to take you along on the journey. I'm going to take you room by room, space by space, and show you how I deep clean, what I keep, what I'm getting rid of. And hopefully you can do this with me and you can follow along and you will see the joy coming back into your life and that mental overwhelm, the mental clutter being cleared from your life as well. So If you're following along, please make sure to comment down below. Tell me why you want to declutter, why you want to simplify your life. And for me, I want to simplify life and enjoy what matters more.